Hey everyone, last time we talked about our map, where we are, where we want to be. We talked about a compass and the vehicle, the modes of transportation. And today we're going to talk about consistency. Consistent effort in the sense that you're taking one step at a time, is a really important part of your success. Not just in jiu-jitsu, but in anything that you're ambitious to accomplishing or working towards in 2021. So in jiu-jitsu, we talk about not allowing your intensity overwhelm or surpass your technical ability. Keep your intensity within your technical ability, and that's a really important thing. Because if you're too intense and you're focused more on the intensity, you tend to either hurt yourself or your training partner. You tend to be too hard that you can't be consistent in your training, and that's probably the main thing, is that you're going to lack the consistency needed to learn and to see progress. Right now, the consistency that we're looking for within our classes is 2 to 3 times a week. 2 to 3 times a week on the mat, and then maybe a couple things, a couple minutes, a couple sessions, personal sessions, in your maybe going for a run or going for a swim. Maybe you have a personal gym or you're looking up some body weight exercises, but being consistent in that. What is consistency? You get to define it, but it's good to kind of take a look at the big picture. So let's take a look at food. Let's say I eat 3 times a day in the course of a week, a 7-day week. That's 21 meals. Being consistently eating healthy, what does that mean? 15 meals, 20 meals? It's going to be someplace between maybe 15 and 20 for you. And that's going to define your consistency, right? Maybe intensity, or being too intense, is every single meal. 21 meals is just perfect. So yeah, you're going to have a meal, that you eat, that you have your cake, or you have a brownie, or you eat your ice cream sundae. That's part of the balance that we're looking for. But overall, what we're looking for is, are you consistent with a healthy meal plan? So there's different ways to kind of look at consistency, and for each individual, consistency is going to be different. If only 10 of your 21 meals have been healthy, then kind of swinging it towards 15, closer to 15, is going to be a better direction in that overall picture. So you can break it down that way, and that's kind of what I was talking about in the last video. We're looking at where we were, where we are, and where we want to go to. Small little steps. That's consistency. Small little steps each and every day. Small little steps each and every week is going to get you closer and closer to your goal. Last thing to kind of think about, coming from a wrestling background, a pretty intense wrestling background, I used to have it in my mind that unless I was, dead tired walking off the mat, and then it was almost a waste of a workout. Unless I did, if I went and did a weight session, if I was so tired that I couldn't walk or couldn't move my arms, then it was a waste of my session. And then it wasn't until I started doing jiu-jitsu where I realized, and I had a workout where I didn't even break a sweat, but I learned a lot. And I realized, the alternative is not training. And that not training is me definitely not getting better, definitely not being consistent. And it had come to the point where everything that I did was so intense that I didn't want to do anything, which doesn't contribute to that consistent, everyday kind of money in the bank. So be consistent with yourself. Define what consistency means, and also know that, you know, even if the intensity isn't there, if you're consistent with your actions, that's a job well done. That's a step in the right direction. So keep working at that consistency. Redefine what it means, and ultimately, at the end, that helped me redefine what it means to be successful. Successful is consistent effort, not super high intensity for one session a week. So if that, I hope that helps. We'll have another one. We'll do a couple of these every month, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the mat.